Just think about it. Gaza is in a full-scale war, no jobs, no government salaries, infrastructure collapse. So how are people walking into supermarkets and buying things? Where's the money coming from? Nobody stops to ask. People just see the footage, feel bad, repost, throw a tantrum. But here's something most people don't know. The UN and other international aid organizations are giving Gazans cash. Yes, actual digital payments through apps, e-wallets, vouchers, money into a war zone.
What?
And if that sounds weird, it should. If that sounds like relief, it's not that simple. Here's how it works. Aid organizations bring in food and supplies, but instead of giving it directly to civilians, it's handed off to Hamas or whatever group controls the area. Then those same civilians are given cash, usually through digital apps, and they're told, go buy what you need. Buy it from who? From the people who got the aid for free? So now you've got a whole economy propped up by humanitarian relief, where terror groups control the shelves, the prices, the access, and the profits. You see the setup? Because that's not just aid, that's a functioning economy, one where the terror group in charge controls the supply and the world supplies the demand. This isn't a broken system, this is the system. And what's worse, when the US and Israel tried to change the system with a new model called the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation, the UN responded by going on the offensive. Their humanitarian chief, Tom Fletcher, remember this, went on TV and said 14,000 babies could die in 48 hours. That number debunked. It wasn't real, it wasn't sourced, and it was quietly walked back days later, but the damage was done, the narrative went viral. Then, as Gaza Humanitarian Foundation began its rollout, chaos followed. Looting, gunfire, Hamas warehouses raided, and somehow, cameras were always there to capture it, just in time to frame it as a US-Israel failure. The UN slammed the foundation, called it unprofessional, questioned its legitimacy. Now ask yourself this, who benefits from that narrative? Because while the UN claims it's just here to help, what they're doing looks a lot more like controlling the story and prolonging the war. So what is this really all about? Cash is flowing, narratives are shifting, and someone wants this war to never end. So how did this aid model become a business plan for terror? Follow for part 2.